So I shared with you that we were going to talk a little bit about how to create the right types of questions and things like that. But the other interesting thing about coming up with the questions is what you do after you ask them. And I know a lot of salespeople tend not to ask the tough questions because they're really not sure what kind of answer they're going to get and are they going to be able to deal with the answer they get. So what we did was we created kind of this little decision tree. It's a really simple concept, if you will. Anytime you ask a question, you want to try and figure out what are the possible answers you could get. Not necessarily what's the answer or the right answer. But I'll just give you as an example in my business in consulting and training. So if I ask a question, so what's the current selling model that you're using right now? Now, what I would love to hear is, well, I've got a piece of garbage that I really don't like and I'm looking for another one, and obviously that would be great for me. But what I might hear is, well, why do you want to know? I'm not really comfortable giving you that information, or we've got a model that we absolutely love. We developed it in-house and I was a big part of that. So it doesn't really matter what the answer is. What I have to be comfortable with, kind of smooth and fluid, is how am I going to react when I hear that answer? Even if it's the answer I definitely don't want to hear. So, I ask a question, I figure out what are the possible responses that I could get, right? Again, not the right one, but what are the possibles that I could get? And if somebody says, well, we just built the sales training program and it's awesome. So my situation would be, do I want to keep trying to sell a selling model? No, I don't think so. I would just say, wow, that's awesome. What is it about your selling model that you like so much? Tell me a little bit more about how you developed it. And what I'm doing is I'm getting them to talk about something that they love and that they're very invested in, and I'm learning. So what happens is, if I leave that call and I ask myself the question, what did I learn today that I didn't know when I walked in? I've got kind of a whole list of things. And amazingly so, if I have asked for some kind of commitment at the end of the call, then I have a follow-up. So I know what are my next follow-up steps for the next call, and there's my pre-call plan. So you can see how even at the beginning of the model, right, if I go back to the beginning of the model, launching the discussion and uncovering the opportunities, what I wind up with is something that's actually helping me close or reach agreement, as we talked about earlier, and it kind of helps do my post-call analysis, which launches me in to my pre-call plan. It's a great setup.